So most times, a lot of times, when we move to a new country to study or to work, I mean, there comes a time where because you are maybe very busy or maybe you are not used to the culture or you're not used to the environment, you end up isolating yourself. But what most people don't realize is that isolation can actually like affect your mental health. It can affect your motivation. You will notice that you're always getting depressed. You don't even want to relate with people as much. And it can actually affect even your academic performance as a student. In this video, I'm going to be sharing from my experience and also why I think it's important for you not to isolate yourself when you move abroad and what you can do to just, relate with people around.
I've been dreaming on in my head like I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with meaning.
Hi everyone, my name is Oma, and if this is the first time you're joining me, welcome to my channel. So today's video, I'm going to be talking about isolation. I feel like this topic is so important and I really want to talk about it. Please do well to like my videos, subscribe to my channel, because in here we get to talk about like study abroad and scholarship opportunities and basically lifestyle. And today's video is something that I think I really can relate to personally. So I'm so excited. So let's just get right to this video. So first, let's talk about why does isolation even happen in the first place? So a lot of times you move to this new country, you meet new people, you have no idea how you're going to just relate with people. And because you don't know how to be friendly, I'm telling you, you're always in your room, you're always online, and somehow you just realize that you're isolating yourself from a lot of people. The funny thing is that I never really thought that something like this can ever happen to someone like me, that I'll be the kind of person that will be isolating myself from people. But let me tell you, even the most outgoing one, if you are not intentional, you would never be able to make friends. And even till today, this is something I still struggle with. That I think that if I had, more experience, or if I had someone get to talk to me when I was moving abroad, I think there would be a different way I would have been able to relate with people, because different places have like different culture. And I've traveled to a lot of provinces, I've traveled to a lot of places, and no place seemed the same. Every place still seemed like unique. The people I meet, that I'm so grateful that somehow like I did not just mess up myself. Okay, like I was able to just relate with people. And guys, we are in the social media era whereby there's a lot of people using their phone, and a lot of times it's not our fault, especially if you're in a country where they're speaking a certain kind of language that you probably don't even understand. It's not your fault where you are not always like relating with people as much as you should. So for me, I struggled with this a lot. That I started teaching myself all over again how I needed to just make friends, how I needed to relate with people, how I needed to just be friendly, because you would be carried away. You would just be carried away with your own life, with your own thoughts, with your own plans. Because most times, as an international student, when you just come to this new culture, you're already thinking about your life. Like, oh my God, I drop out from my country. I have to make it. And you're already like putting yourself in some kind of pressure that sometimes it will affect your mental health. It will affect your mental health so bad that you can actually be depressed. You can be sick. I've seen a lot of people fall sick, okay, because of isolation. So this is something that is so serious that I think a lot of people take for granted. A lot of people take for granted the effect of moving to a new environment where you have nobody, you don't have your family, you don't have your friends, where I mean You don't even know the kind of powers, the kind of demonic powers that is in that place that you even need to be prayerful, even as a believer. Some people, because oh, they are scared, they don't know where to go. Okay, they'll be careful with the kind of social gathering that they need to go to. They will not be going for events. Even I heard that in the UK, some events you have to pay money. So you see, some people, they'll be scared to, like, maybe they want to go to like UK or USA or a place that they will have to like pay lots of money. So for me, when I came to China, I think that I'm the kind of person that it takes me a lot of time to just relate with people. So I would understand why a lot of people, like, the first thing that they're doing is to isolate themselves. They are not really like being close to people. They are not being friendly. I understand, because I mean, imagine coming to a new place. Even for me, that I'm a very like outgoing person that I can literally talk to anybody, it's difficult for me. Talk more of somebody who is even a very, very quiet person. Most of all these people who are quiet, I feel like they can easily get initiated into like a culture that they don't even like or they are not even used to. Because if you're a very, very quiet person, you find yourself wanting to relate with someone who is outgoing. And if you are not careful, if that person who is outgoing does not have strong boundary, that person who is outgoing is someone that does a lot of things like smoke, party, do a lot of things that maybe you are not used to, right? You will be influenced. You'll find out that you, as a person that maybe you don't used to smoke before, you don't used to party before, you don't used to do all these things, you start doing it. That's why for me, I feel like I fell into isolation because I was very, very careful of the kind of people I associate myself with. And then if you're like trying to, you're always watching, oh, should I be close to this person? I shouldn't be close to this person. You will make friends. You will not know how to relate with people, because let me tell you, these people come from different part of the world. Most as an international student, you're going to be living in the international dorm with international students. Meaning the kind of friends you're going to be meeting are internationals. So if you're the kind of person that you like to like look down on people, I'm telling you, it's going to affect you. It's really, really going to affect you. So you have to be very, very careful about this. You cannot just be, so choosy with friends. Even though you're like trying to be careful, you still need to just be free. Prayerfully, God will bring the right people to you. People don't even talk about how isolation can actually affect your mental health. When you're always isolating yourself from people, you feel so depressed, you feel so lonely. That's when you'll be missing your friends. That's when you'll be missing your family a lot. I think that one of the things that really keep me is because I run an online business. And apart from the fact that I run an online business, I also have like a very close friend. And this is what really helped me because of the online business that I'm always like running, I'm always like responding to messages, I'm always like shooting content. I'm very, very busy. Also, I'm in school, which gets me like busy because, okay, you know what, I have to like write some papers. I have a lot of deadline that I need to meet, right? So I think that if I did not have my life full with so many activities, there'll be a high chance of being so depressed. There'll be a high chance of just not achieving so many things and just isolating myself all the time. Because let me tell you another thing that you don't even know. Like, the thing about relating with people is how they can even affect you, meaning like how they can get you angry or just do things that you probably don't even like as a person. So now imagine that you're with someone and this certain person is always doing something that you don't like, or you're with some group of people and they're always doing things that you don't like. Imagine how that can actually really affect your mind. It can actually affect even the way you see yourself. It can affect your confidence. So a lot of times, even people, especially women, who are not even comfortable with the way they look as a black girl, Maybe you're not comfortable with the way you look because you're in this country where they're like white and the preference is white and maybe you're black. And then a part of you that'll start looking down on yourself. You don't want to go out because you don't feel like you belong. Or you don't feel like you are someone that should be loved or someone that is loved. And there's a lot of bullying in abroad. Let's not even like go there, especially if you're the kind of person that you are outspoken, if you're the kind of person that you always like to do so many activities. There are a lot of people that would not like you because as a student or even just as a worker, because I've also worked, there's a lot of competition abroad. A lot of people would not like you because of your skills, because of your star. So a lot of people will just be looking for how to maybe spoil your name, how to lie, gossip about you, just basically just anything to bring you down. And if you are not strong, or if you don't have like a strong, if you don't have a strong standing about yourself or with God, it will affect you. Trust me. I used to hear about racism back in Nigeria. I mean, in my school, they taught us about racism, but I never really understood racism until I literally came abroad. That's when I realized that, oh my God, this is bigger than what they say because the racism abroad is bad. People don't even hide it. I mean, in Nigeria, at least you probably know or you guess the people that don't like you based on the way they react around you or based on the way they just treat you. But abroad, people are not just treating you bad. People are not just reacting bad. People might be saying things about you behind your back. And that is why community is so important. And this is something that I truly like lack here in China because there are no churches here. There are no like churches in China. Like I can't remember when last I went to church, if not because of maybe like the social media, YouTube services. I don't think I'll be attending church services. So I can't even remember when last I went to church because there are no churches in my province. Maybe in other provinces in China, maybe they have like their own church. But here there are no churches here. Maybe if I have to go to church, then I have to like go to town or something like that before I can find a church, which is something I'm hoping to do anytime soon. But it's so important for you to like join activities. Like if you're a guy, you can join like activities like playing football or like joining like cultural group or academic group. Just joining a group will be really helpful. Because when you join like activity, maybe now you'll be able to like make a lot of friends, maybe you'll be able to meet a lot of people. You'll be able to meet someone that's like-minded, because it's not even just about making a lot of friends. It's not about that. It's about making friends that think like you. And then it's going to be so difficult. I think at this point in my life, I have come to just a point where I'm just like, you know what? It's just me. It's just me and God. Because, you know, a lot of people come in, they study, after they finish, they graduate, they go back to their country. So even as you're making like friends, you're losing friends because this year and some of your friends, they're graduating, they're leaving the country, meaning you probably never see them again. You probably never hear from them again, which is so painful. Because a lot of friends I have, Chinese, um, Ghanaians, like so many friends that I think I've made, because I don't even know how to make a lot of friends. But let's say like the friends I think I've made, you just don't see them again because after you leave a certain area, you move to another place. That's it. Sometimes I feel like I'm the one that have to be like trying my best to still reach out, to still be able to remember their birthdays, to remember them, because I feel like connection is so important. If it's not because of connection, I don't think I'll be where I am today, because it's because of the people that God has put around my path that has actually helped me to make some kind of decision or to do some kind of things I'm doing right now. So if it's not because of some kind of connections, I don't think I'll be where I am today. So that's why it's so important for you to like just not isolate yourself. Try to talk to people. People are so scared of you. Do you know that sometimes people are actually like scared of me? I don't know about other people, but a lot of times when I get to meet new people, they'll be like, oh, that they thought that I'm like scary or I'm like a bitch or something like that. And I'm like, do I look like someone that's like mean or something? Because I think I'm so sweet. But a lot of people, they used to say that one of the reasons why when the first time they see me, that they did not come to talk to me is because they thought I was like a bitch or something like that. I'm like, how can you even judge someone by just the way they look? So this is why you need to try your best to relate with people, or you need to try your best to just talk to people, because a lot of people are just having different idea about you. They don't even know you. They are making up their own like thing in their own head. And also, maybe they've heard a lot about you too, because maybe there are some people gossiping about you. And then, if someone has gossiped about you, of course, why would someone want to like talk to you? So, this is why I think it's important to try to reach out to people and talk to people and just say hi. My mom, she used to teach me that I should greet. Even if you don't talk to people, just know how to greet. And let me know, like, I really struggle with this because I don't want to say I have pride, but they just that part of you that you just don't want to be the first person to have to like reach out, okay? You also want them to also reach out to you. So for me, I'm always like, I need to like teach myself how to reach out to people, how to just talk to them, how to just understand that everybody is going through their own problems, okay? Everybody's thinking about different things in their own head. No one is here thinking about you, okay? So if you're trying to like make friends, if you're trying to like meet people, you just need to go out there and make friends. Because if you're just there waiting for someone to come meet you to talk to you, girl, you're gonna wait forever because no one is coming to talk to you. You need to be able to balance your alone time with your social time. I like to go out a lot, especially when I feel so stressed. It's not like I'm the kind of going out type. I'm not even the kind of going out type, but I make out time to go out because I feel like maybe because of the kind of business that I already do, maybe because I already am into like social media and everything, maybe that's why I get to like find time in my busy schedule to go out because I have to like shoot content, okay? So maybe that's why I get to like go out. But if I was not like into social media, I think I would have also been like someone that maybe I'm not really relating with people, or maybe I'll be someone that is like isolating myself from people. Then right now I'm beginning to like teach myself how to relate with people, how to be able to say, okay, you know what, I want to have my own alone time and try my best. The people that I just feel like their energy feel right. Because me, I don't force it. I'm even learning from someone. Because normally I used to be the kind of person that I used to force it, because I'm trying to be nice. I'll be the one that if I come out in a room, best know that I'll be the one to go around, say hello, hi to everybody. It doesn't mean anything to me. It's not like I'm trying to force myself on you. I'm just being nice. That's just who I am. But I started learning from a friend that sometimes if you're that kind of person, people would take you for granted. People would look down on you. So I started thinking about it because I actually started thinking like people were actually like disrespecting me a lot, and people were like taking me for granted a lot. So when my friend told me that, it was something that I started like, really thinking about that. Yeah, I think this my friend could be right because I feel like I go through this a lot where I just feel like I come to this place and I have good intentions, and people just give me like this negative vibe, or just like talking about me, saying things that are not true. So in my mind, I'm like, people are just haters. And I struggled for the longest time. For the longest time, I really struggled about just, having to know how to relate with people. That later, after some self education, I noticed that no, people are just different. Everyone is just different. And if you understand, there's this book I read, and this book was talking about people, right? People that are red, people that are blue, people that are green, people that are yellow. I think I'm yellow, right? And for those people who are yellow, we're the kind of people like we like to talk a lot. We like to we are just the life of an event, to be honest. And that's the truth. I am a life of an event, and that's who I am. I like to talk. I'll literally be the first person to reach out to you. And people like that, you could get into trouble. A lot of people would just be like, you're doing too much. But they don't know that you're just being yourself. Like, to be honest, you're just being yourself. And the thing about people like us is that we don't know how to keep things in all the time. Like, if you offend us or if you do something that we don't like, we can come to you and tell you, oh, you did this, you did that, I don't like it. And some people don't even like this. Do you know, I didn't know that people don't like this? Because I'm the kind of person that I feel like if I do something to you, come to my face and just tell me. Don't go gossiping about me. I hate gossip. And because I know that the kind of spirit I have, I can tell when someone is gossiping. So I started learning about people, and green is those people who are very quiet. They are the ones that everybody just used to like. Why? Because they just try to ensure that everybody is just in peace and harmony. That maybe they just maintain the group, right? But I don't think that always worked. Their method never worked. And there's also the psychopath. I don't know, guys. I need to recommend that book to you guys. Let me show you guys the book. This is the book I'm talking about. This book is surrounded by idiots, and I recommend it for anyone who is struggling with just relating with people. And if you're the kind of person that you're isolating yourself from people, this book will really help you because it really, really helped me. And now I don't even get angry anymore. Even though I know that there's also like the spiritual attack parts whereby if you have like a call in your life, or if God wants you to become something, of course the devil is going to come at you. So there's also that part, okay? So you have to also be very prayerful. You have to read your Bible. I read my Bible like every day. And I'm also learning that from this book to understand who I am and realizing that people like us, that we are the yellow, we need to learn how to like have boundaries, okay? Boundaries with the way we talk to people, boundaries with even just going out or allowing people into our circle. So this is so important. Also, they have the red, and I think for the red, these ones they always like to get the job done. Sometimes they can be seen like people that are very controlling. Most of the reds, they are most like presidents. Yeah, because maybe they always have like the leadership role, and they also have the blue. So if you read this book, I mean, I read this book and the one of psychopaths. Those two. I like the psychopath one because I read that psychopath one first before I started reading this one. This one is very explanatory, but that one just summarized everything because I had never read the book. So I think they wrote this one first before the psychopath one. So don't carry everything alone because let me tell you, when you're living abroad, does not mean that your life is gonna be easy. Does not mean that you have everything figured out. You shouldn't carry it all alone, all to yourself. You need to learn to like talk to people about your problems, have friends, call your family if you can, and talk to them. Just me, I talk to God because I feel like only God can solve my problems. So anytime I'm like going through something and I really need help, I literally talk to God and I just pour out my heart because I just want God to help me. I also listen to worship songs a lot. And of course, when I get to a new place and I'm experiencing like new battle, I know that this is like warfare. So I go into like warfare prayers and I pray a lot and I commit myself to God because, my dear, life is filled with warfare. There are a lot of people that are hoping you fail. I mean, when you read the book of Acts about Paul, there were like about 40 people who said they will not eat anything, they will not drink anything, and they were saying that until they make sure that Paul go down. Can you imagine people like that? Do you know that your enemy are fasting for your downfall? They will not eat, they will not drink until you go down. So why then should you be playing about your life? Why then should you joke about your life? So that's why for me, I'm always very like intentional when it comes to like warfare prayers, praying over my finance, praying over my business, praying over my friends, praying over my family. Because, my dear, if your enemy cannot attack you, guess who they're gonna go after? Your family. Guess who they're gonna go after? Your friends. Yep. So you have to be like praying over them, praying over your family, just praying over yourself. Let God keep you, let God protect you. So living abroad can be an amazing experience. I mean, you get to learn a lot of things, you get to meet a lot of people, you get to learn a lot about yourself. You'll be independent. I mean, you'll be able to make a lot of decisions yourself. But you shouldn't be alone in the journey. You shouldn't think that it's all about you. It's you and God. Okay? Pray to God to give you the right friends. Pray to God to surround you with the right people that would understand you. Because this thing takes time. It takes like 6 to 1 year to make people who hate you to like you. And I think one of the ways to just make people that hate you to maybe just leave you alone or not, or just like you, is to don't let anything they say about you or do to you get to you. Don't respond. Because me, I think in the initial time when people used to come at me, I come at them too. I would give them back, and it always affects me. It always affects my mental health. It was always affecting me. That God started telling me, just learn to just forgive people. When they do something you don't like, let it go. So I started learning this, and this is something else I'm telling you to do too. Let it go. No matter how difficult it is, just let it go. Sometimes the people we meet on our paths might be our lifelong friends. So you cannot take anybody for granted, or you cannot look down on anybody because you don't really know. You don't know where greatness can come from. So please don't look down on anybody. Prayerfully ask God to direct you or to show you what to do. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please, if you did, give it a thumbs up, like this video, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in my next video. And if you're trying to reach me, book a one-on-one consultation with me, check the description. You can be able to reach me. And there's so many books I've written. So guys, check the description to get this book. I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye.